Hi, and welcome to another edition of Friday Footy Fix. Jake Burke, another interesting week. We've got 2 rounds to go. The spoon race is heating up. The Doug Strang medal race is heating up. It's all happening.
Yeah, mate. It's the last few weeks, I guess. It's rolling into finals now, and as you said, there's well, I suppose top spot's locked in now. Yarra will finish on top, but it's, yeah, as you said, the race down the other end, which is, I suppose, caught the eye of plenty of people. I can't believe it, 4 premiership points separates the team that sits 6th on the ladder to last. So they're all still in the running with 2 rounds remaining, and yeah, we'll go into that today. Who we think might just pick that little unwanted title up.
Well, the spoon race is an interesting one, I think, because there's 3 teams: Myrtleford, Cora, and North Albury on 16 points. 2 games to go. Can't see the Saints winning another game. They've got a hard run home. I think the loser out of this week's North and Cora game might get it. What do you think?
That's the big one, isn't it? Obviously, to win that, they'll move out of the danger zone.
And we say win it, but it's not really winning it, is it? No one wants to win it.
No, exactly. It's more of a despised title, really, than anything. But yeah, I think it will come down to that. Look, even if Coro loses both their games, and as you said, Myrtleford do as expected, they've got a pretty handy percentage. I think 10% separates those 2 sides at the moment. So that's what it could come down to in the end. So for Coro, I think the only way that Coro can avoid it is by winning a game in the next 2 weeks, whereas I suppose the other 2 sides don't necessarily have to do that. They don't have to win to avoid it.
Well, let's face it, if one of those 3 sides wins a game, they're probably going to avoid another.
Yeah, and I suppose then there's the other sides as well. Like Waikato, geez, the season they've had, they probably deserve to win it more than anyone. They've done just nothing short of a disgrace really this year.
Disgrace?
Well, can you disagree with that?
Well, I think they've been the biggest disappointment.
Yeah, so no, look, they've been nothing sort of shocking this year, but I think they'll probably escape that. They've got that 1 win in the bank.
They've got a crucial 4-point buffer.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. 5 wins for the year, and they're the side sitting outside of the top 5. But yeah, look, I still think Cora will win it. So the only way
you're going to tip them
to win the wooden spoon?
No, to win this week.
No, not at Button Park.
No.
I think they've obviously had the big week. They've won the game that they wanted to. I can just see North coming off a disappointing loss to Myrtleford. Let's be honest, they should have won that game.
They should have 25 points up at quarter time and 2 goals up at half time.
Yep. So I think they'll come out at home, and it should be close, but I think North will get the job done at home.
They've still got some injury concerns too with Sammy Myers and Joel Price, a couple of their sort of better players too. Yeah,
well that's the thing, I guess. It all comes down to the cattle that you put in the park, and Cora might get a few back this week too. Obviously they had the host of changes last week, but
yeah, the Roos beat them twice last year, but they did. North won the game early in the year at John Ford, so really anything could happen.
Yeah, look, I think North's they had a bit of a mid-season run, and they sort of almost on track to upset maybe a final spot at one point, but they've just they haven't really fallen away. They've just kept losing by narrow, shorter margins. They nearly beat Rovers the other week or something. They've been competitive, whereas Cora was sort of they probably haven't been as competitive, and hence the percentage, I guess. That's the thing that North Albury's got in their favour.
I spoke to Dan Leslie during the week, decorated Hoppers skipper, 200 gamer, all Australian, never won a wooden spoon at North.
Yeah, well, obviously when they last won one, he was over in Perth.
Yep, 2005,
Magro. Exactly, so it all sort of links up, doesn't it? Magro coaching the Saints, and that's the other thing, I guess, they've all got the outgoing coaches, so none of them will want to finish on that sort of note, will they?
No, exactly. Well, an interesting note is the Doug Strang medal. It can only count for home and away goals, so 4 goals between them at the moment?
Yeah,
Rose and Fev?
94 placed 91 at the moment, so look, I think Fev having the week off this weekend may just cost him in the end. I suppose the thing you look at, Rose only kicked 4 against Rovers last time. Marcus Penolzo did a great job.
Probably got the stingiest defence in the comp.
And then Myrtleford, people are saying, looking at that Myrtleford game and going, oh, he'll kick a bag against them. Well, he kicked 1 against them last time.
Yeah, and it's not really well known, McNamara Reserve, for anyone kicking bags.
No, obviously, Fev kicked his 12 down there early in the year, but other than that, it's certainly, the players have struggled to kick big scores there, so maybe not locked in just yet.
Who's going to win it? The Strang?
Well, I think a lot of it obviously depend on how Rose goes this week, but if he kicks 6 or 7 this week, I'll be in his corner. But if you sort of only level with Fev, Fev at home, last round of the season against North Albury, he'd be priming himself for double figures. I think Fev will just edge him out though. Probably similar. I think he'll keep a similar margin.
You think Fev will win it?
Just. They'll both get a ton.
I'm going to go with Rose simply because Fev's not expected to play this week, but I think Fev will finish with more goals for the season.
Yep, I'll agree with that. Obviously going to play more games at the Raiders. In that elimination final, got to get over at Lavington first, but
they might meet in the grand final.
Who knows? But either way, they both had wonderful years.
Sure do. Who would you rather? You've got Andy Carey kicked 11 on the weekend. You got Rose kicked 10,
Yeah.
You got Fev, and you got Barry Hall. All fit, all firing, all with the same midfield delivering the ball. Who would you rather?
Oh. You let everyone else have picks first.
You would,
yeah. I think it's pretty hard to go past Fev, isn't it? Obviously got all the tricks in the book. But I'll tell you what, seeing Rose on the weekend, I don't know how that bloke didn't play any more AFL.
He should play any AFL
games. Like, he's a freak.
What sets him apart?
Just, I suppose he's probably still younger than the other ones. They're probably on the way down, but just his timing of his leading, like there'll be 50 or not, a stack of blokes behind the ball, and somehow the ball just be chipped in by Benny Davies or something. You go, well, where's that going? All of a sudden, Rose will just hit it at full speed.
Yeah, times his lead perfectly.
Doesn't
kick through the ball, does he? He just gets it
like,
over the
goal.
goal.
A little sandwich, just sort of chips it. Yeah, exactly. So, no, look, he's been fantastic for the league, and hopefully he sticks around.
Well, those two have probably been the recruits of the season, really. 90 goal forwards, both of them. So congratulations to Raiders and Yarra for pulling that off. Really, two massive signings.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we'll quickly do our tips for the weekend. Rovers, Raiders, probably the match of the round, isn't it? Really.
It is. Look, the Rovers, they could just continue to keep on keeping on, I guess, and win those games. This is a tough test for them. I saw the Raiders last week, and they had Albury on the ropes. Obviously, the quality side like the Tigers are, they were able to peak the margin back and eventually go on with it, but. Look, I'm tipping a thriller here, and I reckon the Raiders, they pushed Rovers to within 9 points up at the WJ, and I think they might just sneak home here, Chris. I was very impressed last week.
Yeah. I think I might go with Rovers just because their form is a little bit better, but I would not be surprised with an upset here. Wang, give them no chance Saturday night against the Pigeons.
Oh, who knows, but no, I'm going to go. No. Yarra's obviously going to be without a few of them.
I don't think anyone will be picking
No Stevens, most likely, obviously, with the Tribunal now, and Favola won't play, and I think they'll still get the job done though without those guys.
We touched on it earlier, the North and Corowa game. You can see North getting up here.
Just.
Yeah. And Lavey hosts Myrtleford, and Lavey been really cut down by injury. Can you see the Saints causing an upset 2 in a row?
Look, they're capable. It's all about the start for Myrtleford, but Lavington will win that.
Yeah, probably with you, I think. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Friday Footy Fix. We've got 2 rounds to go. Get down to your local footy and get all your updates on the scores and any news at Baltimore.